Hi, guys. Good afternoon. Hope you're having a good weekend. My name is Tony Thomas Allison. I'm a director at Halisi Consult, and today I'll be taking you through how to get investor ready, essentially. So we've been doing a series of live webinars where we've been, teaching business owners how to get ready for funding in their businesses, whether they are SMEs or whether they are startups as well. So it's been a really interesting, journey so far. I'm multi-streaming currently, so I'm streaming on IG. I'm streaming right now on YouTube as well. So you're probably watching me wherever you're watching me from, either YouTube or Instagram. And I'll be talking today through um, getting investor ready and how to do the risk management part of getting your business ready for investors. So, like I said, I'm a director at Halisi Consult, and Halisi Consult has been helping businesses launch, grow, and thrive for the past 5 years. So we've helped small businesses, we've helped startups, SMEs, medium-sized enterprises grow in different aspects of their business through our business plan services, our investor readiness services, our marketing services as well. So today I will be talking about getting investor ready. Now, there's a lot of debates about the risk management part of investor readiness, or when you're presenting your business to investors, and just in factuality, in honesty, as a Nigerian owned business, you need to focus on de-risking your business before you push it out to investors for funding. So when investors find your business, or discover your business, or you introduce yourself to them, you need to remove all the risk factors that exist, that could affect you securing the funding that your business is applying for. So what do I mean by that? So this is a term that you probably hear over and over again from financial consultants when they're talking about investing in Nigerian businesses. They're always talking about de-risking the investment opportunity. So different risks exist for Nigerian businesses, and probably more risk than most average businesses in the world. The first big risk that we have is the political factor. So there's an analysis that we do when we're developing business plan. It's called a person analysis. So that's your political, economic, sociological, technological, legal, and environmental factors. So you need to analyze based on that theory, how the business is going to do despite these macroeconomic factors. So now there's a saying that consultants always say that the P in peso when it comes to Nigerian businesses is very loud. So the political factor could literally decimate a business overnight. Like, the government can wake up tomorrow and create a policy that will literally level your business overnight. And we've seen that happen so many times in Nigeria with businesses like GoKada, Max, or NG, that were doing, bike businesses, that were doing transportation of people via, motorcycles, where, the government appeared to be okay with them and everything. And, the next day we all woke up and the government said no more of these motorcycle businesses, and that was the end of it. And they had to go back to the drawing board and pivot and re-strategize, develop a strategy. So the first major factor you need to consider when you're getting your business investor ready, and when you want to talk about the risk management, you making it less risky for the investor to come in. First factor to consider is the political risk. So, what are the political risks that can affect your business? What industry are you operating in? Are you in the agricultural industry? If you're in the agricultural industry, I'm very happy for you because the government is trying to grow that industry as much as possible. So, what are the government policies that are out there right now, and how can you leverage them, to make your company risk averse from political risk? So, these are the things that you need to be thinking about when you're getting your business ready for investors. Am I operating in a sector where the government is happy with us, and they wouldn't release any policy at any time soon that can affect our business? Take for example, fintech solutions that are um doing money exchange. Right now, I'm sure they are under turmoil because a new government, a new administration has come in, and this new administration has decided that they're going to change the way the foreign exchange policies have been working, and how you can change dollar to naira, or naira to pounds, or whatever other currency has changed overnight. The rate was, I think it was 600 to a dollar one day, then 700, and it's just back and forth. It's volleying essentially at this point. So you need to consider all these factors when you're presenting your business to investors. How do you de-risk your business in a way that will make it palatable for investors? So you want to show your investors through your business plan that you're thinking of the risk, or you've thought of all the risks that can affect your business, and you've taken steps to combat those risks. So the other risk that can come up also, a lot of them are politically related, and the reality for Nigerian businesses is that your biggest risk factor is probably the government, sadly. And as much as the government is doing their best to help small businesses and startups, etc., um, they need to do more, to put it mildly. The government is creating different incentives and schemes for your business to grow, la la la. We need to see more of that. As a business owner, honestly, I don't think there's anyone that's 100% happy with the Nigerian government at this point in time. So what, incentives is the government giving to your business right now to help your business, grow, that you can leverage on, and, show to investors that, look, the political risk part of my business isn't as high. The other risks that can exist are inflation, things like inflation, and the decrease, or the downward fall of the your addressable market, your total addressable markets, spending power. So when the government makes certain policies that affect, your business or your industry, or they make policies that affect, the general population's life, and inflation goes up, increased taxes, or increased cost of living, and there's a fall in people's spending power, like people don't have as much money to spend on your type of business that you're doing. That's something to consider. That's something that you need to think about. Those are the risk, the political risk, the risk of the economic environment. Those are the risks that can come up, that an investor needs to know, that you as a business owner are thinking about, that if this risk should affect my business adversely, what am I going to do to solve this problem when it does come up? Or what are the steps that I'm taking now to solve this problem when it does come up? So one way that, as a business owner, that you can show your investors that you're thinking about how inflation can affect, the share of wallet, or the purchasing power of your target audience, is by looking for ways to secure large contracts, large buyers contracts, large purchasing contracts from B2B, from businesses. And when I say B2B, I mean businesses to businesses, from corporates, or you're targeting a subsector of your target audience, and this target audience have stronger buying power than everybody else. Like you notice, I was having a conversation yesterday with a financial consultant, and she was telling me about, okay, our company wants to start doing or focusing heavily on giving salary advances to salary earners. Now she was like, okay, the ways that they've been doing it in the past is they've been giving it to only government officials. And I was like, that is a solid business model already, because you know that, for you to prevent any issues that may arise, you are already de-risking the funding opportunities by giving it to people that you know that they have guaranteed monthly income coming in every month. The government of Nigeria always pays salary, and they always pay on time. I mean, not every state government, but the federal government definitely always pays on time. The ministries and parastatals definitely always pay on time. So if a business is doing salary advance loans, it'll be easy for you to say, okay, I've already mitigated every risk that can arise by only focusing on this customer group, because I know for a fact that this customer group have the buying power, have the spending power, and there's a guarantee that I will recoup my investment over time. So those are ways that you can think around, removing all the risks that might exist for your business before you even, get into it, or before you even start talking to investors. Another big factor is probably technology. So as a business today, you have to be thinking of what can happen in the next 1 year, or in the next 2 to 5 years. So how will technology evolve in a way that can affect your business? What kind of business are you in that, that maybe technology can affect how you do things? If you are in the I'm looking for a very solid example now. If you are in probably the ed tech industry, I would say technology constantly disrupts that kind of industry, because there are new ed tech companies launching every day. And not just that, the way edtech is, I mean, you asking people to pay to learn something is sort of it's not as trendy as it used to be, because there's so much free knowledge online now. You find that someone can even come to your edtech platform, subscribe to all the courses, get all the knowledge, go on YouTube and start sharing it for free. So technological, risk is something that you really need to think about. Like, what are the new cutting edge technologies that can come out tomorrow that can affect my business? There's a lot of buzz about AI, about Chat GPT, and how it's going to take away everyone's jobs in the next 10 years. I mean, everyone's saying, "Oh, it's never really going to happen," but it's something that you need to consider. Because what if truly in the next 10 years AI just takes away all the jobs, and we have bots just doing all the work that human beings used to do? There's a very high chance that it can happen, because how would I put this? People that were maybe typists in the last, maybe if you think back 20 years, there were people that were typists on typewriters. 20 years, what am I saying? 20 years ago was 2003. Wow, time has really gone. I was thinking 20 years before 2003, which is 1983. There were people that were typists, that were experts at typing away on typewriters, and they were so good at their jobs. They were working for CEOs, and they were getting paid for what they do as well. But now, how many typists are in employment today? How many people are typists? How many typists have you met? So technology evolves constantly, and it affects businesses, it affects jobs, and it's something that you need to think about for your business. That what if a new technology comes out tomorrow and it disrupts my business? What then will I do? How then can I show that I'm ready for any technology risk that may arise? How can I show that to investors? How can you show investors that you are investing in developing new products, or in developing new technologies, or adopting new technologies to your business in a way that the technology risk doesn't really exist for you? That's why you see that companies like Microsoft, Apple, Google, really large technology companies, when a new form of tech comes out, like this open AI, that is the trend right now. Everyone on Twitter that is in the startups tech space is talking about Chat GPT. That's why you're seeing that really large technology companies as well, they are reacting to it. Facebook is reacting to it. Microsoft is reacting to it. They're telling you, they're doing something, they're working on it as well. Google made a lot of announcements as to how, okay, they are building something in the AI space. And they've been sending emails. If you're a Google Workspace user, Google has been sending emails to us that, okay, you can apply this AI thing to the way your emails are done. So that's a way of them keeping themselves safe. So I'm throwing this back to you, like, as a business owner, how are you keeping your business safe from technology risks that may arise? How are you managing this risk? How do you plan to manage this risk? You need to be able to demonstrate that to investors through your business plans, through your pitch deck. You have to be clear that, okay, you are thinking of launching new products, or you are raising for this particular business unit within your organization. That's that's an ideal way. That's not the only way, but that's an ideal way to approach risk management. So state clearly how you're going to mitigate the political risk, because it's probably the biggest factor for Nigerian businesses. Then the technological risk as well, and then the economic risk as well. I've already touched on that. How you can prevent that from affecting your business in a way where investors then decide not to invest in your business. I hope I'm clear, and I hope I'm making a lot of sense to you in terms of how you can manage the risk for your business. And yeah, that's essentially it. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be very happy to answer any questions that you may have about risk management and getting your business investor ready. Okay, dokes. So in summary, risk management is something that you need to think about when you are um preparing yourself to raise funding, when you're preparing yourself to talk to investors. So you need to demonstrate this in your business plan, your pitch deck, Also show how you are planning to evolve with the times, with the way you're talking to investors, or when you're pitching, you're mentioning that, look, these are the research and development tactics that we're taking to develop new business units or new products to keep our business afloat. Yeah. So just to make sure that you're thinking of all the risks that can arise in your business, and you're essentially de-risking your business for the investor to, de-risking means removing every form of risk before an investor will invest in your business. So it's something to think about when you are pitching your business for funding. So yeah, that's a summary of it. Um if you have any concerns, or if you want to talk about how to get your business investor ready, please send us a DM, send us a message, or click the link in our bio to book an investor readiness consultation. And I will walk you through how you can develop, a strategy for your business to get you to that point where you are ready for funding. That's essentially, the route to take if you want to speak to us or consult with us on developing your business plan, developing your financials, developing your pitch deck, and getting your business ready for funding. So yeah, if there are no questions, I will round up the live now. Thank you guys for your time, and thank you for joining us. I'll be back again next week with a lovely, lovely topic on getting investor ready as well. Do enjoy your weekend.